Yo boys, it's Dan. Welcome to the FA Cup third round prediction videos. Yes, the FA Cup third round is at that stage again. We have got a whole round of FA Cup fixtures being played. Thursday, Friday, Saturday, Sunday and Monday. I am going to predict every single one of them. But before we get into the video, please smash that like and subscribe. And let's get into the first game of the Emirates FA Cup. Starting off with our first of a few Premier League ties is Crystal Palace versus Everton. Now, a full Premier League game between these two on Thursday night. You're seeing this on Wednesday. So yeah, and I'm gonna keep these short and sweet because we've got a lot of games to get through today. I'm gonna go to Crystal Palace 2, Everton 1, and now we go on to Friday with another all Premier League game, which is Brentford versus Wolves. Now, Brentford, I'm gonna go Wolves to win this 3-2 to Wolves because they did just play Brentford in the league and absolutely battered them. So yeah, and now we go on to continuing on Friday. We have our first Championship team in Fulham versus Championship Rotherham. Yes. Rotherham aren't doing it well in Championship. I know that for sure. They're in the relegation zone now. And I'm going to say that Fulham will win this game comfortably. 2-0 to Fulham. And I go to the last game on Friday, which is a back to an all Premier League affair, which is Spurs versus Burnley. Now, Spurs should win this, but they are without Son. They will be about three crucial players. Perhaps are Son Heung-min and Yves Bissouma, because they are all heading off to either the Africa Cup of Nations of Asia Cup. But you'd expect Spurs to have more than enough. Spurs to win it by 3-2, or 3-0 even. And now we go to a load of games on Saturday, starting off with League 2 Wimbledon versus Championship High Flyers Ipswich now. Ipswich are currently second in League 1. They are second in the Championship and flying high after a promotion last season. And Wimbledon, as we know, are very good. Well, Wimbledon, I mean, Ipswich, you'd expect them to win this game. And I'm going to say that Ipswich will get the job done by 2-0 against League 2 opposition of Wimbledon. Now you go to a Championship team in Coventry versus League 1 Oxford United. Now, Oxford United are playing very well here. So yeah, they're playing well. And I'm going to say that it could be Coventry. Coventry did go into the final 2-0 to Coventry. Now we go to our first non-league team in Maidstone United versus Stevenage Borough. Now, Stevenage, I hope to win. They went on a mental that they came through some late games on the season. They beat Aston Villa last year. They had some crazy ones last year. I'm going to say that would be keeping it up. Stevenage to win it 2-1. Now we go to our first all Championship affair, being Millwall and Leicester City. Now, Leicester City, as time of filming this, in the Championship, are 10 points clear. They are taking the Championship to a whole new perspective. Yes, a whole different perspective on the on this league. Leicester, but would I put his league form over FA Cup form? I can't see him doing it really. I'm gonna go 2-1 Leicester City against Millwall, and now we go to Championship Sunderland versus Premier League Newcastle. Now Newcastle, I would say they have had a couple of bad runnings, to be fair, with the FA Cup. They haven't got very far. They've still got loads of injuries, to be fair. They would rotate, but they haven't got anyone to rotate because half their squad's injured at the moment. So I'm gonna say Sunderland 2, Newcastle 3. It'll be an absolute banging game against them. Now we go to Championship Blackburn versus League One Cambridge. Now Blackburn, you'd expect to comfortably breeze past them 3-0 against that team. Now I move to League 2 Gillingham versus Premier League outset Sheffield United. Now you would expect Sheffield United to win this game, but they haven't been on the best of them. They're at bottom of the Premier League. But I think this could be our first shock. I think Gillingham might pinch this 1-0. They know what form Sheffield United are in. I'm gonna go 1-0 to Gillingham in this game. We go to another all championship affair in Hull City versus Birmingham City. Now Birmingham have literally in the last couple of days, in the last 48 hours, have sacked Wayne Rooney after 15 games in charge, probably one of the shortest managerial appointments ever. So they are looking for a brand new manager to take them forward. I don't know my vision second first bit, but I don't know, whatever you want. Hull, I'm going to go 2-1 Hull in this game. Now we move to another game in League. Now we go to another game, which is at Newport of League 2. Which is National League Town, which is National League South, which is National League Team, East League. Here we go. Now you'd expect Newport to win this, but there isn't really a big gap in. This is a big gap. This is a small gap. This is League 2 versus National League. So this isn't really a big gap here, really. But I mean, you would still expect it to be alright. So I'm gonna say Newport 2, Eastleigh 1. They might be able to pull an upset Eastleigh, but I'm not sure. Now we go to Championship Norwich versus League 1 Bristol Rovers. Now Joey Barton, I think it's Joey Barton, Bristol Rovers, I think it is. And I'm going to say, I mean, Norwich, you would expect to win this game, which they should. And I'm going to go for Norwich City 2, Bristol Rovers 1. Now we go to Championship Team Plymouth versus League 2 Sutton United. Now Sutton haven't had the best run, but Plymouth on the other hand, they are the highest they've ever been in. They are the highest they've ever been in the EFL. Steven Schumacher made the move from Plymouth to Stoke because he's up that way. So, and I'm gonna say it's gonna be Plymouth to win it 2-0. I move to Championship Team QPR versus Premier League Team Bournemouth. Now, QPR in the relegation zone of the Championship, but Bournemouth, they are high flying in the Premier League at the moment. They are high flying. Away to QPR, I think that they will win this game, Bournemouth, by 2-0. And then we move to Championship High Flyers Southampton versus League 2 outlet Walsall. Now, Southampton are on a 13-game unwinning record in league and comp. And I think they will continue that winning run against Walsall by 3-0 at St Mary's. Now we move to Stoke versus Championship Stoke versus Premier League outlet Brighton. Now, Brighton you expect to win this game, and Stoke, well, I mean, Brighton you expect to win it, so I'm going to go Brighton and Hove Albion 2, Stoke City 0. And now we move to the game I am attending, Watford of the Championship versus National League team Chesterfield. Yes, I am going to this game, so you'll see a vlog on that on Saturday night. Well, Saturday, night. So yeah, that's a game to look forward to. But I will say, I'm going to go 2-0 to Watford against National League team Chesterfield. I move to Chelsea of the Premier League versus Championship outlet Preston. Now, Preston, I can see Chelsea only. To be fair, if this was typical, if this was old Chelsea, like goal scoring Chelsea, I would say Chelsea. But I mean, Chelsea haven't been well there. I'm going to go Chelsea. I was just a Chelsea, but I'll say 2-1 Chelsea. So I think Preston will push them far and move to Middlesbrough of the Championship versus Premier League Aston Villa. Now, at the halfway stage of the Premier League, Aston Villa is sitting in third, 3 points off top. They're currently second in the league, 3 points off top. And I'm going to say they will beat Middlesbrough by 2 goals to 0. Because they've still got the Europa Conference League play one. And now move to our last all championship affair of Sheffield Wednesday versus Cardiff City. Now, Sheffield Wednesday, I can see him winning this game. No, to be fair, I can't really pick a winner, but I have to pick. I'm going to pick a winner. I'm going to go Cardiff 1-0. And I move to our last game on Saturday, which is Championships Swansea versus League 2 Morecambe. And now, I'm going to go Swansea. You'd expect to win it, but Morecambe have been on a good one recently. I'm still going to say Swansea win it by 2 goals to 1. And we go into Sunday's game, starting off at Kenilworth Road for Luton of the Premier League versus League 1 Bolton. Now, the Championship, League 1 tops, like playoff places are so hard to solve because there's literally like 6 teams, also about 4 points. It's mental. There's a lot of Premier League 12 as well, but yeah, Luton against Bolton. I'm going to go Luton 2, Bolton 1. And Bolton will be out the FA Cup. They move to Premier League outlet and defending champions Man City versus Championship Huddersfield Town. Now, Man City, they will obviously put out a weak team, but you still expect them to have far too much Huddersfield Town. 3-0 to Manchester City. Now we go to Nottingham Forest of the Premier League versus League 1 outlet Blackpool. Now, I'm going to say Forest should win this at home. The home fans want to put on a show. So I'm going to say Nottingham Forest 3, Blackpool 1. And then we go to League 1 Peterborough and Championship Leeds United. Now Leeds, they are very good. Leeds. We know how good Leeds can be. We know how good Peterborough can be, but Leeds should win this game. 2-0 to Leeds. Then we go to our last game, now go to our last non-league team, which is West Bromwich of the Championship versus National League Aldershot. Now, Aldershot, they have put up a few shots this season in the FA Cup. Can they pull up another one in knockout Championship West Brom? I think they can. 1-0 Aldershot Town. And we move to West Ham versus Bristol White City. Yes. And I'm going to say that it will be West Ham's 2, Bristol City 0. And now we move to League 1 Shrewsbury versus League 2 Wrexham. Wrexham last year were in the Wrexham were in National League. Now they are in League 2. They've had a fantastic and remarkable journey. So I'm going to go Wrexham to win it 2-1. And now we move to our penultimate game and the big one. It is in the Premier League, first v fourth, but in the FA Cup, it's Arsenal v Liverpool. Yes, this is a massive game. So this is a huge game here in the FA Cup, because one of these teams are going to be out at the first hurdle. Liverpool top of the Premier League, Arsenal fourth in the Premier League. It could be absolutely mad. I'm going to go Arsenal 2, Liverpool 3. It'll be an absolute banger at the Emirates. And then now we move to our last game. It was on Monday night. And another live reaction. Wigan of League One. This is Premier League outset, Manchester United. Now, Onana has now finally left to go to AFCON. Him in the ball for about, we don't know how long. I'm AFCON as well, so right, 2 players, but we got back up that Badder Shirka guy. He'll probably play. So I'm gonna go 2-0 to Manchester, and boys, that will bring this FA Cup third round to an end. Thank you very much for watching, and I will see you lot very, very shortly. I will see you lot, in fact, on Saturday for Watford versus Chesterfield in the Emirates FA Cup. Until then, boys, have a lovely. What will happen in the FA Cup? Will there be some shocks? Will there be some stuff? Find us out in the Emirates fourth round. But until then, boys, peace.